Welcome. This is a little review of a fun little game called Little Nightmares. Now, you can call me Mr. Tidbit. I am not much for looks, but I guess that's what makes this perfect in a sense. Now, Little Nightmares starts off weird. It starts off with a dream. The dream of some lady wearing a mask. And the main character sits, a small, frail little human. This frail human sets off on some not really an adventure. It's more like a nightmare. Through the corridors of the mall, which is the home of many creatures. Now, as you make your way through the mall, M-A-W, and as you make your way through, you meet these little pyramid head babies known as gnomes. Now these gnomes have no real purpose other than to show you the way at times, as they steer you along over in the direction you're supposed to go. Now, you can hug these little Silent Hill predecessors, in a sense, and you can light candles and lanterns to get certain achievements. And this is a cool little side thing you can do. You also get statues you can break and tear up that look like little geisha. Now to the story, there is no real, the story is up for interpretation other than the fact that Six, the little human girl, has to make her way out. The whole point of the game is for her to escape. Now, as she's escaping, the first area she finds herself in, the prison, is a great starting point. There's no real enemy other than little leeches. Little tar-covered leeches. Lamprey. And as you go, you notice certain things. A hanged man. Cages. A playroom and beds. And as you... It's weird, actually. Why is there a little playroom in a place known as prison? Rooms with huge metal doors, like an asylum of some sorts. But this place isn't. To give this game props, it has some great lighting effects and a great animation at times and camera effects. And as you make your way through the game, you start seeing odd characters. The first major character you see is the janitor, and do not quote me on this. The janitor, as I call him, with his long, brindly hands and small feet. And from the looks of it, his job is to watch over children, either raising them or making sure they grow up big enough to prepare them to be cooked in some way. Because in one point of the game, you see him wrapping up these children. He also is seen, before that, checking up on them, making sure they were in their beds. The janitor seems to me like the main, how to say, deliverer of these children as he wraps them up in cloth. And as you make your way through his lair, the main point of that area is to run from him. And as you run, you do notice some things. When you look at the janitor, his face is, it seems like he wore a mask as his face is torn down, blocking his eyes. His only sense of direction or knowing anything is around is by noise. And if you ever closely hear, you can hear a small clicking in his, as he moves his head, listening, and he smells. Oh no, let me say that again. He doesn't smell himself. He smells for you, at times. Now, the main purpose of this part is to run from him, to sneak, to distract him. And as you distract him, you notice you go through certain areas, a library of sorts, a room full of cages, and all that sorts. And when you run away from him and finally lose him, Six is the one that harms him more than he has harmed her, by shutting an elevator door on his arms and cutting him off. Then you make it to your next area, the kitchen. Now, before we get to that main point, it is weird. It is like, while going through this world, you wonder if you're just abnormally small, everything's just big. Because of the proportions of, like, books and shows and all that. Even the people are huge. But as you go through, you tend to notice that you may be the only human in the whole mall. And as you go and make your way to the kitchen, you meet two brothers, chefs. No name, you just call them chefs. Chef. And as you go through, and this may be either a graphics glitch or just part of the game, but it looks like they wear masks. These creepy brothers prepare the food for the mall. For the people in the mall, by the looks of it. And as they prepare it sloppily, they cut the meat, grind the fish, and cook and steam. They wash thousands of dishes by the looks of it at times. But the most underlining feature is the screaming they make as they chase you. It's terrifying. And as you escape them, you make your way closer to the top of the mall. The mall opens up. The mall shows that you are in the middle of a huge body of water. And as a ship can be seen in the background with passengers coming off. And these passengers are mainly known as guests. Now these guests are huge. Like they've been eating and eating and eating. And as you go through, you tend to notice certain designs as the area starts to turn into a Japanese type restaurant for these guests. And then you see the food that presumably the chefs prepared. Two chefs prepared enough food for what looks like 100 guests as they lumber across the floor to get to the tables. Now, this area, the guest house, or the guest rooms, looks fascinating. Looks like Japanese lore in some way as they eat and eat and eat. And as you go through, they want 6. A delicacy, I guess, to these fat, lumbering guests. What makes me wonder if there's any underlying philosophy or reason for this. And as you make your way through the guest house, escaping from guest to guest, trying to not to get eaten by him, for him, I guess it's like, in a sense, it's more like they want you for something else instead of food. But as you go through, you did notice the geisha. Now this geisha was found in Six's dream at the beginning of the game. And there's no real reason for this. And as you go through, and you find this geisha in her living quarters in a sense, you start noticing things. And in this living quarter, you start seeing hints as to what the story may be. It shows all these mannequins, these pictures. The fact that every mirror is broken shows the character of this geisha. And the few pictures that hint to who Six is, or maybe. Now, as you go through this final part, this final area, you start getting chased by the geisha to the final battle. And in the final battle, you make her look at herself with a small, unbroken mirror. And soon you win. Now, throughout the game, there are points where you grow hungry, where Six grows hungry, which shows that she is a malnourished child in this huge prison-like area, or a prison to her. And the fact that she must be so malnourished that in a matter of an hour or two, as she's going through this area, this mall, she eats bread the size of her head, a piece of meat the size of her head, a rat, and a little gnome. And that's even the underlying thing about this, though, is she is gradually lowering her standards with what she eats, growing more vile as she eats, like the guests who just ate and ate and ate. And then, finally, she chows down on the geisha, sinks her teeth into her neck like a vampire, stealing some sort of dark power. In speculation, in my opinion mainly, I believe there's an underlying thing about this game. The fact that one small, innocent, naive child is trying to escape, trying to find her way to this geisha from her dreams. And there's no real sense, or why is it the game called Little Nightmares? Is it because Six is having little nightmares? I don't know. But other than that, there's no real story behind this game it's more speculation what you think the story is. 6, in general, could be the daughter of the geisha. The little nightmares could be the gnomes. They can be a representation of the small nightmares that people can have. The guardians in each area, the janitor, can represent suppression, in a sense, where now I am not sure, he can represent a lot of things. The fear, maybe. The fear of being taken. And the sheriffs can mean, like the workforce. It's a bunch of things you can do. But with the guest can be the adult sense of how adults are, of how much they try to consume, how much they try to take. While 6, being innocent, as you go through the guest house and all that, it's more like they want her innocence, something they cannot have anymore. Now, this game isn't without its cons. It has a good few pro things about this game. One being, this game is not hard to play. You get little puzzles and riddles here and there that are easy to figure out. This game is not for... Let me rephrase that. This game is supposed to be fluid. You should be able to get from one point to another without much difficulty, unless you're having issues dodging the main guardians of the areas, or just simply falling to your death, as you can do a lot. Because of the controls. You got the controls to grab, crouch, light, and jump. That is basically the controls. And that simplicity is enough for this type of game. And as you go through the game, you can notice a few underlining issues. One is, it can get annoying at times. It's all the same. First area, with the first guardian, the janitor. You run from him, and the only thing that makes it different is he is blind, and he could try and sneak. And the final bit with him is you cut off his arms like a little mini boss fight. But then you get to the chefs, and they can see, but it's still the same. You run and hide until you escape that area. Nothing added. No story, no little underlining features like, can you hurt them? Can you kill them? Or at least kill one of them? No, it's just escape. Then you got the guest. You can do nothing to the guest, except to run. And the only time that you see one guest get hurt is during the chase sequence, where one just ups and flings herself off the fucking side to try and get you. Satisfying as that may be, the only issue, the only thing that makes that part worthwhile is the fear of getting captured. That is mainly this game. It is the fear of getting captured. You got stress and drama in this game. You got suspense. But that's all. The story, if you understand, is great. The gameplay is not bad at all. But fear-wise, no. This game only has suspense at times. And then you get to the final boss, who can become annoying when you don't know what to do. Then, the ending is not as satisfying. There's no alternate ending for collecting all gnomes. There's no choice. And yes, they may try to do this because they may come up with another game. They might release the story. But why? In all, the game, I would give an 8 out of 10. Only because of the fact that it tends to be a great game. It is a great short game for $20, an hour and 30 minutes. If you do not die, some easy achievements or trophies depending on what you played on. A great game to make you think. A great game to make you wonder, to speculate, to theorize what is happening. Is this in Japan? Is there some lore? But other than that, they could have added more. They could have done better by either adding more enemies, more characters. You don't get that much. You only see 4 to 5 different types of characters other than 6. You see children, you see the janitor, you see the chefs, the guest, and then the geisha, and then you got the little gnomes. Now I'm not counting the leeches, because you see them once. Yes, you see the children ones, but they haven't most underlining role in the game other than the leeches who kill you. One gives you bread. And the art style of this game is fantastic. The music is fantastic. And like I said, the pros outweigh the cons in this game. They could have added more, but the game is still good. It is a worth buying game for a game in the horror genre, which, honestly, is more suspense than horror. But that is up to opinion, and this is my opinion. Little Nightmares, for its price, its gameplay, and kind of lack of story, is still worth it. It is a nice game to play on the side. I'm not saying go out of your way to get it, but it's a great game on the side. You got trophies about lighting all the candles, you got trophies about hugging all the gnomes. You can make speculations, you can say the adults are fat from eating too much, like I have while playing this game. Is she the sixth daughter? Is that why she named that? Or the sixth child like that? Is this a test? Is this a play being enacted in some way? Because it looks like that at times. The final boss has spotlights. It feels like it could be a kabuki play or some Japanese play or Broadway play. And then the game feels like it could be a Tim Burton movie. It just feels great at times, but then you got those moments. Those moments where you try to run and you press the wrong button. And then you get captured. A moment where you think you're close and you try to grab the side of something and it just doesn't work. But like I said, these moments are few in this game. And the major issue with the game is lack of more story and some gameplay they could have added. But it is a worthwhile game. Thank you for listening and watching this video. This has been Mr. Tidbit, Monsieur Tidbit, whatever the hell you want to call me. This freak of nature that I am. And this has been a Freak's Review. Until next time, thank you.